Yo, what's going on, guys? It is me, Quicken, and welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. Today we're going to take a look at some young wingers that you should buy for your FIFA 21 career mode. If you guys think I left out any other players, make sure to leave your suggestion in the comment section down below. But other than that, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, and if you're new, make sure to subscribe. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. Number one, we're going to take a look at Ansu Fati, the young wonder kid from Barcelona. Everyone's thinking he's going to be the next big thing. A lot of Barcelona fans think that he's going to be the one to replace Messi and hopefully fill in that gap, just like Ronaldinho. When he was about to leave, Messi was coming into the first team and he was starting to get his first playing time and starting to score goals. That is what we're witnessing right now. Messi tried leaving, he wasn't able to leave, and it looks like Ansu Fati will get to play with him one more year. Now, taking a look at Ansu Fati, he is the age of 17, and I believe he will have a potential of 90 in the next FIFA, but honestly it could go up to 91 or 92, but I think 90 would be the minimum that you could get him up to in FIFA 21, and he will cost you around $25 million. Now, if he does have his release clause, I believe that's around 50 million, but you can try to negotiate for something less. But just taking a look at some of the stats from last season, he actually did have 24 appearances in La Liga, and he had 7 goals and 1 assist in these 24 matches. And he also was able to play in the UEFA Nations League a couple days ago, and he was actually able to score his first goal and also assist as well. So he is doing really well for himself, but he is a gem of a player, and he is a lot younger than Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo, and he's already showing that he's going to be such a jewel for Barcelona. And a lot of people actually think that right now he is already better than Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr. from Real Madrid. But, you know, let's just calm that down. He's still young. He has a lot to learn still. But I do believe in the future, I think he will be better than them. And it hurts me to say that as a Real Madrid fan. But man, Ansu Fati, crazy young player with enormous amounts of potential. Next, we do have Dominik Zoboslia from Red Bull Salzburg. I believe he will have a potential of 87, and his price will be around $20 million. But Dominik Zoboslia, he used to play with Erling Haaland in Red Bull Salzburg, but it looks like no team decided to pick him up. But just looking at his stats from last season, in 27 appearances, he was able to rack up 9 goals and 14 assists, and he's a player that not a lot of people have heard of, so I believe that he would be a very good pickup for you in your career mode to grow him. And if you guys want a good tall winger, he is looking to be a very good player. And I mean, if you have a Dortmund career mode and if you want to pair him up with Erling Haaland, they used to play together, that would be good chemistry for them because they know each other from playing together in Red Bull Salzburg, and that would be a pretty good reunion. But this is a kid you should sign just because he's very good. He can shoot from far. He has good long range shots, and he just looks like a very charismatic guy and a player that will turn out to be a good consistent player for you in your career mode and in real life. So yeah, he's very skillful, very technical, and this kid is going to be something great. So that's why I believe that you should sign him in your next FIFA 21 career mode. Now we move on to Spain, and we're taking a look at Fernando Torres from Valencia. Well, he used to play for Valencia, but he moved over to Manchester City, and the reason is because he had a spectacular season for his age with Valencia, and Manchester City just decided to buy him up. Another good young Spanish player to join their team, but I do believe he will have a potential of 88 in FIFA 21, and he will cost you around 48 to $50 million. These young players are just going for so much now, and the reason is because once they reach their prime or once they reach those peak years, a lot of teams don't want to spend over 100 million, so they'd rather pay around 50 million to produce them themselves and not pay that extra 50 in the future. But Fernando Torres, he is a very good winger, and he likes to start off on the right and cut in towards the middle, and he's very pacey He has good vision, so if he cuts in and he sees a fullback on the side for him, he will pass it. But this kid is looking to be something special. He's been doing pretty well with the Spanish national team, and he is also a good goal scorer. So if you're looking for a good young Spanish winger, he is looking to be a very good player. Now you will have to wait until January or the summer of the next transfer window to sign him, just because he's a fresh new signing for Manchester City. But he has good crossing ability, and he is also very good at producing play and also finishing shots. So that's why I believe you should go for Fernando Torres. Very good, barely the age of 19, pacey, and man, he is looking to be a good player to use in the next FIFA. All right, so now we have Adam Kroszek, who plays for Sparta Braha, and he is Czech, and he's barely the age of 18. I believe he will have a potential of 88, and he will cost you around $14 million if you want to sign him up. Now, taking a look at his stats, in 29 appearances, he was able to score 4 times and assist 8 times, and it looks like he is turning out to be a very good player for Sparta Braha. So he's not really a prolific goal scorer, but it does look like he does get a good amount of assists. I mean, 8 assists is pretty good to get in a season. You have the likes of Luka Modric and Toni Kroos, who get about like 8 to 10 assists a season, and those are world-class players. So 8 assists is pretty good for him. But just taking a look at the way he plays, he is very, very good at actually scoring beautiful goals. He can score with the right foot, the left foot, and it looks like once he's in between 5 to 15 yards from the box, he's just going to try to smash that ball in with the right foot and go across of goal. But he is not really a household name. You probably haven't heard of him, but he is looking to be a very good player and not very expensive. Looks like you could sign him and build him up to be a very good player for your team. And man, he scores some crazy ass goals, and you guys hopefully can see it from the highlights that I'm showing you. This guy has a crazy right foot, and he can also score with the left, so that is something very rare that not a lot of players do. And we go back all the way to Spain, and we're going to take a look at Pedri, the new signing for FC Barcelona. And a lot of Barcelona fans are happy to see that Barcelona are starting to get some good young players back into their system. He will have, I believe, a potential of 88 as well, and his price isn't going to be too much, just around 10 to 15 million dollars. But Pedri, what can I say? He did have a lot of playing time last season in his previous team. I think he appeared about 36 times, and in those appearances he was able to score 4 times and assist 7 times. So he's just showing off that even though he's young, he can get some goals for you and some assists. And once again, I say, if you get anywhere from 7 to 10 assists a season, especially if you're this young, you're just showing off that you can be even better in the future. But Pedri, very good dribbling, and this is what Barcelona likes. They like players that can dribble, who are good on their feet, and you know, he's kind of like Vinicius Jr., who, you know, he's not really gonna finish the shots, but he is gonna mesmerize the crowd, and he's gonna be very good on his feet, very quick, very agile, and he's just gonna leave the defense looking absolutely bamboozled. But this is a player I think Barcelona will love to have, and a player that will fit their system very well, just because they like players who can go on the one-on-one. They like players that can rip up spaces and create something from nothing, and it looks like this kid can regenerate that forward position for Barcelona, because it does look like Suarez is leaving, and a lot of players from Barcelona are leaving. So he could be a good young replacement and a player that can grow under Ronald Koeman. But just take a look at him. He looks to be a very good, agile, and technical player. He's going to be a good player for you to use, to dribble, to beat defenses, and that's something I will look forward to if I start my FC Barcelona career mode. But Pedri, very good young player. Now we stay with Barcelona. They made another good signing with Francisco Trincao. He used to play for Braga in the Liga Portuguesa, but he is looking to be another good young prospect, and Barcelona aren't playing around this year. They're trying to get the best good young players and crop them up into something special for the future. But Francisco Trincao, I believe he will have a higher potential than Pedri. He will have, I believe, a potential of 89, and he is going to cost you a little more just because he's more proven. He is the age of 20, so he's been playing a lot more, and he is going to be a little more expensive. But taking a look at his stats from last season in the Liga NOS, in 27 appearances, he's been able to score 8 times and assist 8 times as well as getting some starts in the Europa League. 6 appearances, 1 goal, and 2 assists. So he has been able to play in the Liga NOS, who I believe are producing a lot of good young players lately. Last season, you saw Joao Felix leave Benfica for a crazy amount of money. I think it was like 120 million for Joao Felix. But now we have another Portuguese wonder kid who can shoot it with the left foot and isn't scared to shoot from far. But he is left-footed, so you will have to know that once you buy him that he is left-footed. So you would want to play him on the right side and let him cut in and go for those long shots or for those curlers into the top bins. But this is Francisco Trincao, much more proven than Pedri. And this kid, I don't know where Barcelona are finding these kids, man. This kid is looking to be something special, very good technically. Man, I think Barcelona just wants to have a lot of good young players that are going to make defenses look stupid. And imagine these kids, once they're 25, 26, they're going to be freaking unstoppable. But this is Francisco Trincao. In the penultimate position, we do have Giovanni Reyna from Borussia Dortmund. And you know Borussia Dortmund, they love producing good young talent, and they've been doing it for years now. And it's crazy how they find these players. But now we have Giovanni Reyna, an American player who also has some Portuguese ties as well. I believe he will have a potential of 86 in FIFA 21, and this is probably someone you guys don't really know, and his price range right now goes from 20 to 25 million dollars. But Giovanni Reyna, he is already committed himself to the US national team. And I thought, because he does have that Hispanic last name, I thought he was going to be Mexican or, you know, somewhere in the Central Americas. But it does look like he's going to stay in the U.S. national team, which I respect, because I feel like he would have a lot more playing time there just because the U.S. is going through a bit of a crisis. The only player they really do have that is doing really well is Christian Pulisic. But other than that, the U.S. national team is a joke compared to what it was back in 2008, 2009, when they had Landon Donovan, Clint Dempsey, back in their glory days. But here we have Giovanni Reyna, and I'm telling you, Borussia Dortmund is always making some good-ass talents. You know, he still hasn't proven a lot, but from what I've seen and from I've heard, he is the next big thing in American football or American soccer, however you want to say it. And it does look like he's going to help out Christian Pulisic in the national team in the future. And, you know, he's very crafty, likes to pass the ball, play with his teammates. And he's just going to have to learn how to go for shots himself, how to finish. But this is Giovanni Reyna. And we made it to the final player that we have on the list, and that is Dejan Kulevsky, who is now playing for Juventus. He was on loan, I believe, to Parma in the previous season, but now he's back with his parent club Juventus, and I believe he will have a potential of 88 and will be around the price range of $45 million. And yes, if you know he costs a lot, you know he's going to be something special. And Kulevsky was able to play a good amount of games with Parma in the previous season. He appeared 36 times, and in those 36 appearances, he was able to score 10 goals and assist 9 times. So that loan out to Parma really did help out his development, and it helped him get situated into the Calcio A. But now he's going to come back into Juventus, and he's going to play alongside Ronaldo, Dybala, Bentancur, and all the good players that Juventus has. And I can't wait to see what he can do with Juventus, because it does look like he does have the raw capabilities to be an essential player for Juventus. You know, he's still young, but I feel like it's time for these young players to break out. You already have Kylian Mbappe doing crazy things for PSG. It's time for some other young players to break out and carry the team, put them on the shoulders, and show the older guys what they can do. But Dejan Kulevsky, another good player that you should buy. And since he's going back on loan to Juve, he is a player that you could buy this time just because he was on loan. So there is option for you to buy him if you're another team. But this is the end of the video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, and also leave a comment down below if there's anything I can improve on or any other players that you thought that I left out. But other than that, I'm Quinkin, and I'll see you guys next time.